and this is you channel Rewriting the Reality. Join us in this journey of rediscovering our divinity. Subscribe to this channel and help us to expand our awareness. Our episode 37 and the ones that follow are about distortions. Distortions always occur during our life. They start when we are in the womb of our mothers. From that age we are capable of hearing. Usually, we hear the conversations of our mothers with other family members or other individuals. I have had memories of what we call paranormal situations since I was 2 years old. These situations have diminished since I was 10 years old, but never disappeared. For more than 30 years I have been accumulating lots of information about our history. Yesterday I found a question on the social media website called Quora. The question was posted by David Barry, a master in evolutionary biology of Carleton University, and it said, "How do we explain the 7.2 million-year-old human fossils found in Greece? Do they challenge the out-of-Africa theory?" Then continue, Greekopithecus freybergi is a 7.2 million-year-old fossil found in Greece. Some claim that it's evidence that humans and chimpanzees split on Europe, migrating into Africa sometime soon after. Most scientists doubt this, and still believe the split itself also occurred in Africa. Even if the split occurred in Europe, that would not disprove the recent out-of-Africa theory. You might call it the into and then out-of-Africa theory. Nobody disputes that the human genus Homo evolved in Africa, that our species, Homo sapiens, evolved in Africa, or that all humans on Earth are descended from African Homo sapiens, some of whom stayed in Africa and others of whom migrated out of Africa about 70,000 to 50,000 years ago. Note that the 70 to 50,000 years ago migration was for the Homo sapiens ancestors of today's non-Africans. There were also earlier migrations of our cousins, Homo erectus about 2 million years ago, and Homo heidelbergensis about 500,000 years ago, which likely gave rise to both the Neanderthals in Europe and the Denisovans in Asia. These earlier migrants went extinct, though, except for a bit of interbreeding the Neanderthals and Denisovians eventually did with the Homo sapiens migrants. That kind of analysis is an insult to our heritage. We do not descend from any kind of ape. As I explained in the second episode, we are gods in a terrestrial journey. We decided to be born in many continents at the same time using a different design for our bodies in accordance with the environmental conditions of each continent. Chimpanzees have been with us for thousands of years and still they cannot talk or read or write. In the same time frame we traveled to the moon and came back, and we are preparing to travel to Mars. Hear what the science community says about our supposed relation to these apes. Chimpanzees now have to share the distinction of being our closest living relative in the animal kingdom. An international team of researchers has sequenced the genome of the bonobo for the first time, confirming that it shares the same percentage of its DNA with us as chimps do. The team also found some small but tantalizing differences in the genomes of the three species, differences that may explain how bonobos and chimpanzees don't look or act like us even though we share about 99% of our DNA. We're so closely related genetically, yet our behavior is so different, says team member and computational biologist Janet Kelso of the Max Planck Institute for Evolutionary Anthropology in Leipzig, Germany. This will allow us to look for the genetic basis of what makes modern humans different from both bonobos and chimpanzees. Ever since researchers sequenced the chimp genome in 2005, they have known that humans share about 99% of our DNA with chimpanzees, making them our closest living relatives. But there are actually two species of apes that are this closely related to humans: bonobos, Pan paniscus, and the common chimpanzee, Pan troglodytes. This has prompted researchers to speculate whether the ancestors of humans, chimpanzees, and bonobos looked and acted more like a bonobo, a chimpanzee, or something else, and how all three species have evolved differently since the ancestor of humans split with the common ancestor of bonobos and chimps between 4 million and 7 million years ago in Africa. Sincerely, I don't understand how the science community can do these kinds of research. On the other hand, I kind of understand it. If they don't what the consciousness is, how they can see the difference between us and the animal kingdom. Nor only we go to the moon, but we constructed pyramids all around the world and we never hired the help of any ape to do it. It is estimated that up to 7,000 different languages are spoken around the world. 90% of these languages are used by less than 100,000 people. Over 1 million people converse in 150 to 200 languages, and 46 languages have just a single speaker. Languages are grouped into families that share a common ancestry. Apes don't share any spoken language with us. We are the creators of all creatures, therefore, this theory is the greatest insult to our divinity. There isn't ever evidence of interbreed between apes and humans, something that happened and is happening with all our races. I can say that the science community needs urgent psychological attention. The next episode will be about time travel, then we will continue with more distortions. Don't forget to share this information and subscribe to this channel to continue receiving more information.